Hello, my amazing community of women. I'm excited for our new moon. This is a moon to catapult you into what you are finally ready to blossom into. This visualization that I'm going to guide you through is a wonderful opportunity to see what messages have been coming from the last part of this year and where can you utilize maybe things you weren't aware of in the moment or little nuggets of wisdom that are ready for you now. So there's going to be two things I encourage you to have. I love essential oils because it just unlocks my mind and it helps me be in the experience more. And the one I'm utilizing for this, it's a blend called Arise. It's part of the yoga kit of doTERRA that I love. And it has oils like lemon, grapefruit, Siberian fir, osmanthus, and melissa. So it's got a really wonderful blend of citruses, of the earthy oils, and of the florals. And to me, those are all my inspiring oils. And it arises, it's called the enlightening blend. We want to bring out the light of our experience. And then you're going to need your handy dandy phone. Who would have thought I have you grab a phone for a visualization? And there's going to be two in particular things you're going to want to focus on. Number one is your calendar. And you're going to want to look at your calendar. Now, if you're an old schooler and you have a paper calendar, please feel free to grab that paper calendar. And you're going to want to have your pictures up. So you want the pictures up and then you want the calendar. And scroll through, taking the time to scroll through and look at all the pictures that you have taken since the beginning of the year. You can even scroll through the calendar and recall specific situations that you had. Now I'm going to show you how to do this in two different ways. First, we're going to utilize the pictures, which is my favorite way. We're going to take some of that enlightening blend. Nice deep breath in. Two more like that. And last one. Now, I'm going to hold my phone here, and not in a space where I'm really bothering my body, but hold it. And finding that space to the first of the year. And then as I scroll, take note of a few pictures that you stop on. And then what you're going to do is you're going to screenshot those pictures every time you find one. Once you find those pictures, this might bring back some laughs, it might bring back some emotions. Let yourself feel as you're exploring. But the screenshotted pictures, you're going to want to sit with for a moment. Now I ask you to screenshot them so then maybe you can even create your own album and then look through those throughout the rest of this new moon cycle, because this is a moon that's not just about today. It's a moon that's going to help move you into eclipse season, move you into the full moon that happens at the end of the month. And so you take your time. And in those photos, once you've scrolled through, you're going to then look deeply at the screenshotted photos. And then place a hand to your heart and see what messages are in the photo. Is there maybe signs or signals of something that you weren't aware of in the moment and now you see it? Is there a part of you that you see crying out to be expressed? Let yourself be open to what the photo wants to tell you. Allowing yourself the experience to not just reminisce, but utilize what you could see now that maybe you couldn't have seen then. And once you've scrolled through and you have your screenshots and you've looked at them, you're going to take a moment And then you're just going to bring your hands to your heart. And you're just going to breathe in the messages. Breathing them in and feeling them. And when you feel like you have been filled up with them, then you're going to take your time, get out your journal, and have some sacred space with you and your journal, jotting down the messages. This moon is about what is ready to be pursued, and what have you been waiting to hear. So it's a great opportunity to then journal and write it down. Now, the second way to do this is to grab your calendar out, scroll back to the beginning of the year, and then you can scroll day by day. You can see it in a week view. And when there's an important date, take that important date, write it down in your journal. Once you have your dates all done, then look at the date that you wrote in your journal, close your eyes and reflect. What are the messages from that event or that experience that want to be heard? These are two wonderful rituals. Feel free to combine them, do one or the other. Listen to your intuition on how that can best serve you. But then once you have everything journaled, you want to come back and you want to look at the messages that you wrote and see if you can find some common themes. And you're going to start to almost design a version of you by what you came up with. And once you have that, you're going to take a selfie of this version of you. So you can breathe in, you can set the space, you can do some movement, whatever you need, and then take a selfie of this version of you. See behind her eyes now, her reinvention, what's possible. And as always, it's a new moon, so I do love to light a candle. Something even as small as a tea light that you can let continually light throughout your moon. Remember, this moon isn't just about today. It's about everything that's been moving up to today and then moving into our full moon that's coming up at the end of May. I would love to hear your ahas and insights. Please feel free to reply to the email. And if this is something that you know, a woman, maybe it's a friend or a colleague, would be inspired by, share this email and make sure, as you see the link, to make sure she gets onto the community, joining in for our sacred ritual time. There will be information, too, on the essential oil Arise, which I shared, which I love for doing these activating reinvention style of visualizations. Happy new moon, and I look forward to being with you again real soon. Go forward and reinvent, my sacred sister. Be well.